top-tiered program.
Right.
Coaching, you got Urban Meyer, you got Penn State.
I can't
Penn
think of
State.
the guy's name.
I see his face right now.
Yeah.
And I
He
don't
was
like
at
him.
Vanderbilt.
I don't like either one of them. But we were talking about this yesterday, John. Ohio State is giving 4 at Penn State. That's a
big number.
That's a big number, and it's a hook. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would probably take the points at Penn State. But 2 years ago, Ohio State went in there, tried to kick a field goal. They got it blocked. Penn State ran that back, and that's how they beat Ohio State. So it's going to be won on special teams. It really
Absolutely.
A lot of big games are always won on special teams. So whoever plays better in that arena I predict will win the game.
What about your game?
My game is
Wolverines at
we are at
the Wildcats.
We are at the Wildcat. Yeah, with that Michigan. I was at the game last week, and Michigan's defense held Nebraska to 17 total yards in the first half, under 100 for the game. They are stacked. They're as good as D-line in the country. Their offensive line, we got a new coach, and he's coaching them up. We got 2 great running backs that will both be picked in the NFL draft. Shea Patterson coming over from Ole Miss really helps, a big deal. He's great at the RPO, run pass option plays. He has something that Michigan hasn't had in 20 years that can, extend plays. So I really like Michigan. If I was a betting man, the spread is like 14. Put all the money on the Wolverines tonight.
Okay, so Wolverines, that's the pick of the day.
Hey, I'm all for it.
All right.
All valid points made.
Yeah. In fact, it's not too late to make a bet. I'm going to make a bet on that game.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. We'll do this. John, congratulations. Next Saturday, you're getting married. Kinsley, it was great meeting you.
Meeting you as
and
well.
We'll keep doing this. Next week it's out. I'll be at the Cancer Walk the week after that, so we'll resume it 3 weeks from today.
That sounds good. All right.
Sounds good. Man.
All right. So looking forward to checking out my new ride here at Kim's Nissan. And our next section, Bob, is what we call grievances or shout out. Do you know what a grievance is?
Yeah.
You remember the old Seinfeld episode?
Yeah.
The battle of the feet. Airing of the grievances.
Yeah.
Well, this is where we air our grievances. And it can be anything. But today, last night during a high school football game between Northeast Jones and Northeast Lauderdale, there was a play which Northeast Lauderdale made the tackle against our running back. Our running back was laying there defenseless when the Northeast Lauderdale defender punched him in the helmet. Just punched him as he was lying there on the ground without any protection or able to fight back. And it took the referees a minute to throw a penalty. And the next thing what happens is the guy that threw the punch came back for more, wanted to come back and fight the guy that was laying on the ground. Now that, with the officials, that's my grievance for the week, and I think Kinsley can agree. What do you think? Do you think that's uncalled for in high school athletics or any area of football?
Absolutely. He ought to be taken out of that game in another half, like the college. If you get a targeting penalty in college, you're out.
Yeah.
You're out that half, and you're out
the next game.
The next half. Exactly. So the high school ought to institute that rule just like college does, and they have to pay a price.
Yeah, and that was just uncalled for. But the thing that really got me about the whole situation is how long it took the ref to pull the flag.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
I mean, that really made no sense. I mean, the guy's already down. The play is over. Then you want to throw a punch, and then the ref tries to pull you away, and then you want to come back still.
Yeah, want to come back for more talking.
And then
trash.
it took the ref that long to throw a flag. That was uncalled for. There definitely had to be some type of punishment for that. I mean, the kid. I mean, I'm not even sure if he was ejected from the game. I don't know. I mean, I hope he was, but even the game matters because that type of stuff isn't called for. And then Just imagine if this kid was like a top recruit. And you have recruiters at the game and they see stuff like that. Oh, your scholarship's full right there.
Yeah,
no,
they're not going to touch you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go to the JUCO route, and even some
if
JUCOs.
they even take you.
You'd have to after that. You'd have to go somewhere out in Kansas,
Yeah,
or Texas, somewhere like that.
Yeah,
so that's really a bad,
luck.
showing on the young man and also the coach.
Yeah, so I'm not for. I didn't agree with that at all. I don't like how it was handled. Coach Braddock, he was furious about it.
But of course, that was a 30-second meeting between the Tigers and Trojans last night, and we've come to expect anytime you play that team, the kind of behavior that they really have, and so it is what it is. A tragic situation.
Well, someone needs to write someone's in charge of them referees, and and that whoever was responsible the call on that play, he ought to be reprimanded. He won't do it again if someone
you have to point these things out.
You know,
I asked one of the referees in the press box. I pulled him aside. I said, shouldn't the player got ejected on that, and especially when he came back for more, and he was like, well, I wasn't down there, I didn't know what happened. I'm thinking to myself, you just saw what happened from the top of the stadium, just like everyone else. But that's our grievance from the week. So anyway, Bob, you got any final words?
Go Blue.
Kinsley.
Southern Miss to the top.
Hey, Hail State, go to hell, Ole Miss. Hey, we'll see y'all back in a few weeks. Hey, it is what you never heard that, Kinsley?
I have never heard that, James.
But you agree with that, don't you?
I'm not agreeing.
Anyway, Hail State, go Blue, and go Eagles. Hey, y'all join us here again on Tuesday with Kicking It with the Coach. We're going to be talking with Ethan Moss, our Player of the Week, and then the Tigers will go to West Lauderdale. Hey, for Bob Hobbs, Big Ted Bob, for Kinsley Keys, I'm Big John. Y'all go to church tomorrow. We'll see you next week.